Managers in the system, all jobs and codes can be set up and maintained. This can be done programmatically or manually, depending on the volume of codes and jobs. To add a job, you see the Add Job option. The job name and job number can be input, the type of job as well, as internal or service. Then any description can be added. For jobs that have a complex labor breakdown, phases can be added to the project. To add a phase, simply click Add Phase and put the phase code and the label of the phase. By default, on the shop side, all codes are selected. As soon as you add a job, that means that your shop codes are instantly associated or available on the job. To manage your shop codes, just select Manage Job Codes on the left sidebar. To add a job code, simply click on Add Job Code. On the first box, you have a representation version of the code, how it will be viewed by your accounting or ERP system. Below, you have the label of the code and then the allocation type. You select Shop Environment and then the user group that will have access to this job code. If there is a custom configuration on the code, any exports overrides can be applied. The time cards are on the right top corner under Field Timecards or Shop Timecards. When you click on it, you come into a menu. This new menu will show you the time card options, entries, users, reporting, and reimbursements. The time card interface is used by the managers to approve the time by the fabricators in a certain date range or payroll range. In this case, I'm going to start on Monday, the 31st, and I'm going to have my payroll end on Saturday. You will see all the records within that time range. You can see the dates of the records, the total time, their attendances, any notes if applicable, and the status of their time cards. You can change the shift type to afternoon or night, depending on each fabricator shift. There is a clone function as well. If any of the time card actions are repeated across multiple days, you can reuse the same information and clone it to different days. By selecting Edit, you can view any of these time cards. The approval process is quite simple. All you have to do is select this box, and if you are happy with the time totals, you can update the status to Approved. To add a user, click on Menu and then Users. Adding a user is quite simple. Simply click on Add, and then you will need their first and last name, email address, employee ID, the user organization, and the environment that they are working in, and also the user group. You can also add a display name and a picture if you like. On the right side of the screen, you check all the permissions for this new user and click Save User. To lay off a user, you can flag them as active or archived. As soon as they are flagged as archived, they lose the access to the system. Let's check the reporting page now. Let's click on Time Cards and then Reporting. The reporting provides you the ability to generate payroll reports or production manager reports. Once again, you can select the date range and then you can click on Generate Report. It will bring all the data report on the date range. I can filter this report using any of the headers, or I can use the filters on the top of the page. To export the data that needs to be imported on your payroll system, just select Export Report. We integrate with NetSuite, Ultimate Software, Coins, Sage 100, Sage 300, Jonas, Viewpoint, Spectrum. The export itself is always configured for each client requirements, and it will bring the data at the format required to import in the payroll system.